Ernest Michel. I arrived in Nuremberg on November 20th, 1945, to cover the Nuremberg war crimes trials. I was not just a newsman, I was also a survivor. I spent altogether 5.5 years in the camps, first forced labor camps, and later on, extermination camps. I was 22 years old when I arrived in Nuremberg. I had been kicked out of school because I was Jewish. I had no job. I had no training. I had no money. I had no family. I was all by myself. And here I was, in Nuremberg, as a special correspondent for the German news agency, Dana. Not for American papers, not for any other papers, for the German newspapers. I sat there in the gallery, the press gallery. There was Edward R. Murrow, Walter Cronkite. They interviewed me. They could not understand how a survivor was sitting here as a reporter at the Nuremberg trials. The crimes committed during World War II were the height of everything drastic and horrible that could ever have been imagined by humanity. This is what makes the Nuremberg trials such a unique event. It was the first time that leaders of an elected country, a Western country, Germany, were answerable for the greatest crimes ever committed in history. 6 million of us were killed. We were 18 million Jews around the world before the war began. And we were 12 million afterwards. I insisted that my byline, which I wrote for all the German newspapers, insisted that it be called Ernest Michel, Auschwitz Special Correspondent, former inmate of Auschwitz, 104995. That's a number I wear, and I wear it with pride. When I came to the trial, 25 feet away from me, second or third row, sat Hermann Goering. And there I was, reporting from the trial. And I was told to be objective. I had been told, you are not here as a survivor, you are here as a correspondent to tell what is happening in front of you. And this is what I did. But you know, they all just sat meters away from me. Goering, Hess, Kaltenbrunner, Streicher. There were times when I wanted nothing more than to jump up and grab them all by the throat. I kept asking myself, how could you do this to me? What did my father, my mother, or my friend Walter ever do to you? My articles appeared in all the German newspapers. the defendants were not allowed to read any other newspaper. So every day in Nuremberg, they read, Ernest Michel, Auschwitz survivor 104995. I want them to know who was in Nuremberg reporting for the German newspapers. It was the first time in history that a country, a government, was taken to task for their crimes against humanity. The world must remember that day, just as it must remember Kristallnacht and all the days in between. It is only that memory of hatred, of suffering, and finally, of justice that will save us.